So good morning, my dear students. Welcome to online classes from MGBC Arts, Commerce and Science College, Mudde Bihar. It's Department of Chemistry. Myself, Professor UMARFAROOQ HALYAL, and I am today going to take for your BSc first sem class. The name of the unit is chemical bonding. So as we discuss in our Zoom class, so chemical bonding means it is a force that holds atoms or ions together as a unit. Means in a chemical bond we have two ions, that is one positive and one another is negative ion, that these two are we are going to bonded by a force. That force is nothing but electrostatic force. And during a chemical reaction, it is the valence electrons that actively take part in the charge. After that, the electrons in the lower energy levels usually remains unchanged. Means whatever the electrons present in the lower energy levels, they are doesn't change their properties. When results of a chemical bonding can form an ion, molecules and compounds depending upon to what type of bonding taking place. Means which type of bond we want for formation of that particular compound, that results the formation of an chemical bond. So when we are moving the types of chemical bonding for our syllabus, there are two types. One is ionic bonding and the other one is covalent bonding. And in today class we are going to discussing about ionic bonds. So ionic bonds, an ion is an atom with a positive or negative charge. Ions formed by atoms gaining or losing an electron, means they become positive when they are lose one or more electrons. We are called, as we discussed in our Zoom class, electron positivity. When some of they become negative when they gain one or more electrons, that we have called as electronegative. Then these ionic bonds, they are occur between metals and non-metals. The metals, they are form positive ions and the non-metals, they have form negative ions. When forming of the cations, as we know, cations are positively charged ions. They are formed when an atom or a metal usually loses valence electrons. Means whatever that metal losing an electron, after that we have to form an cation, means positive ion. Atoms that lose electrons have more protons than electrons and so have an overall positive charge, or they are smaller in size than their original atom. The next bit, the charge of cation is given by the number of electrons lost, followed by plus or minus symbol. Example 2 plus. Means 2 plus means here the 2 electrons are lost. The formula of cations is given by the chemical symbol followed by the charge. Example magnesium plus 2. Magnesium plus 2. Here charge indicates plus symbol, plus or minus. Your cations lost, that becomes plus, and anions gain, that becomes minus. And we are going to use the formula for the chemical symbol. Mg means which chemical is going to lose their electrons, their symbol we have to write here. Magnesium loses their electrons, that becomes 2 plus. If sodium loses their electrons, that becomes Na plus, like that. Here see the example, magnesium atom Mg, that having total 12 electrons and 12 protons. In out of 12 electrons, 2 are lost, that becomes 12 protons and 10 electrons. The magnesium ion becomes Mg2 plus. See this picture. You have to know about how the electrons are lost, and after losing the electron, the magnesium atom becomes magnesium ion, that is Mg plus 2. Then forming of ions. Formation of anions. Anions are negatively charged ions. They are formed when an atom, usually a non-metal, that gains valence electrons. Then that atoms that gain electrons have less protons than electrons, and so have an overall negative charge. They are larger in size than original atoms. The charge of anions is given by the number of electrons gained, followed by symbol negative. For example, 2 minus. And the formula of anion is given by the chemical symbol. We are going to write by the charge. Example, S2 minus. Means here the chemical sulfur gained the 2 electrons, because of that we write S2 minus. Here see the example, fluorine atom. This fluorine atom having 9 protons and 9 electrons, and this fluorine atom gained 1 electrons and becomes 10 electrons, that is fluoride ion. We have to write here F1 minus, means this fluorine atom gets 1 electron from another atom or another molecule. We are going to some properties regarding to the which one, our ionic compound. Ionic compounds are formed when neutral atoms gain or lose electrons to achieve stability. The positively charged cation is attracted to the negatively charged anion, and an anionic bond is formed between them. This is fairly strong attraction. Compounds that contains ions are called ionic compounds and result when metallic react with non-metals. Ionic compounds are neutral, therefore the number of positive charges must equal to the number of negative charges. And we know that the ionic compounds are good electric conductor in nature. So thank you for listening the class, and subscribe this YouTube channel for your regular update of each and every class. So please subscribe and watch this video.